I basically was living in a neighborhood which was called Nicetown, Tioga, Philadelphia. And when we first moved there, the neighborhood was actually more of a white neighborhood. But up until I got in the 6th or 7th grade, I had a lot of friends from all races. We just had such a great time. I mean, I was learning how to do the polka. I was wearing green on Irish days. We were just that way. Zana was Jewish, and Lynn was Catholic, and I was a Christian Baptist. It made no difference whatsoever. We celebrated each other's holidays. I learned about their food. Their mother taught me how to do the polka. I was happy. I'll say about the age of 12, 13, I started noticing that there were people who didn't want me or my brothers around. Even people that we had grown up with, as they became older, they became distant from us. We were friends of Reverend Sullivan, the late Reverend Leon Sullivan from the Zion Baptist Church right here in Philadelphia, which was in our neighborhood. Reverend Sullivan had arranged for some of his church members to go down on the buses and, to be a part of the overall march in Washington. My daughter was supposed to be left with the sitter. She refused to stay with her. She screamed and yelled so bad, we couldn't calm her down. So I said, let's just take her. She doesn't really need a seat on the bus. She's going to sit in our lap. So as soon as we got out there, she started smiling and laughing, gurgling, just making all kinds of little girl baby sounds. It seemed like she was getting in the spirit of it too. It was so weird. And I said, she doesn't know what's going on, but why is she so happy? I had no idea of the magnitude of what was going to happen. I was like, I'm so glad I came. And I told my husband, I said, isn't everybody nice? And they were holding hands, and they started singing, and they were clapping. I hugged a priest. It was like, what am I doing? Things that people you would never have talked to in life were there and talking and being kind. It was like surreal to me. I was like, is this really going on? I mean, I didn't expect all this. There was nothing better than Martin's speech to me that day. He was just a brave soul, because I kept thinking they could just kill him up here. There's so much hatred. I'm feeling all this new thing about hatred. I was never into hatred. So I had to wake up and become a big girl that day, and I think that I did. And from that point on, I was all about human rights. I'll say human more than civil, because there was so many people being mistreated in different ways about everything. And I just said, for the rest of my life, I knew that was going to be a path that I was going to take. But I give credit to the march for that. I really do. I think that back to the civil rights movement and just taking it from there to now, that there has been a lot of progress made for some. A lot of things are taken for granted. And like I saw some kids running to sit on the back of the bus, and I said to them, boys, we've come a long way, because I know a woman named Rosa Parks who said, you don't have to sit on the back of the bus. She sat on the front of the bus, and they don't even know hardly anything about her. These young people of all races don't know all of that. They don't know it well enough. So my thing is, I just don't want to see them take all the progress we made and lose it. I want them to hold on tight, and not only that, be generous with other people who are just coming along the way. I really would like to see that happen.